During Christmas dinner, my mom said, "You'll never keep a man acting like that." I took a sip of wine and said, "Good. I don't want to attract the kind you marry." The silence that followed could have frozen hell. My stepdad, Roger's fork stopped halfway to his mouth. My sister Bethany choked on her green beans. Even my teenage nephew Colton looked up from his phone. Mom's face went from pink to crimson. "How dare you? How dare I what?" I set down my glass carefully. Tell the truth at Christmas? I thought that was the season for honesty and goodwill. Here's what led to that moment. 3 weeks earlier, Mom called to inform me that my ex-boyfriend Dale would be joining us for Christmas. Not asked, informed. He'd apparently been dating her neighbor's daughter, and since they had nowhere else to go, Mom invited them both. It's been 2 years, Jenna. Surely you're over it by now. Over it. Like Dale hadn't emptied my savings account for his business venture that turned out to be online poker. Like he hadn't convinced my own mother. I was being dramatic when I found out he'd been seeing 3 other women. Mom loved Dale. He brought her flowers, fixed things around the house, and called her mom with that practiced charm. I should have skipped Christmas, but my grandmother was coming, maybe for the last time, and I wasn't letting Dale steal that from me too. When I arrived on Christmas Eve, Dale was already there, helping Roger hang lights. His new girlfriend Tiffany was in the kitchen with Mom, learning our family stuffing recipe. My stuffing recipe actually is the one my grandmother taught me. "Jenna," Dale called out like we were old friends. "Looking good. Still hitting the gym hard, I see." That was Dale's way, making observations that sounded like compliments but felt like assessments. Tiffany smiled at me with perfect teeth and extended her hand. She was maybe 23, wearing the designer watch I recognized from my own jewelry box 2 years ago, the one Dale swore he'd sold to pay rent. "I love your family," she gushed. "Your mom's been telling me all about you. The corporate job, the downtown apartment, still single, focusing on your career. That's so brave." The next morning, Christmas Day, I found Mom and Tiffany in the kitchen at 6 a.m., making my grandmother's cinnamon rolls, the secret recipe that was supposed to pass from mother to daughter. "Tiffany's such a natural," Mom beamed. "She actually wants to learn these traditions. Unlike me, apparently, who'd only made those rolls every Christmas for 15 years. By dinner, I'd endured 8 hours of Mom fawning over Dale and Tiffany, how Dale had started his own consulting firm, how Tiffany was thinking about law school, how they were looking at houses, talking about kids. Mom kept shooting me these pointed looks every time marriage came up. Then Tiffany mentioned she couldn't wait to host next Christmas, and Mom actually said, "Well, at least someone's thinking about giving me grandchildren." "I have 2 kids, Bethany muttered, but Mom wasn't listening. That's when Roger, of all people, asked about Dale's consulting firm. What kind of consulting exactly? Dale launched into vague corporate speak about synergy and scalable solutions. Roger kept pressing. What clients? What services? Dale's answers got thinner and thinner. "It's very technical," Tiffany jumped in. "I don't understand half of it myself." "Try me," I said. "I work in corporate development. I love technical." Dale's jaw tightened. "It's mainly startup guidance, helping entrepreneurs avoid costly mistakes, like gambling away investor money." The words hung there. Dale's face went pale. Tiffany looked confused. "That's enough, Jenna," Mom snapped. "This is Christmas. If you can't be pleasant," I laughed. "Like when Dale was pleasant while stealing from me, or when you were pleasant taking his side. You always were dramatic. No wonder you can't keep a relationship." That's when she said it. "You'll never keep a man acting like that." After my response about not wanting to attract the kind she married, the room erupted. Mom started crying. Roger stood up so fast his chair fell backward. Bethany grabbed Colton and headed for the door. But my grandmother, silent until now, started laughing. Actually laughing. "Finally," she said, "someone in this family grew a spine." She turned to Dale. "I looked you up, young man. That consulting firm? It's registered to Tiffany's father's address. Your LinkedIn still lists you as seeking opportunities. And that watch Tiffany's wearing? I helped Jenna pick it out." Then to my mother. "And you, Linda, so desperate for Jenna to be married that you'd welcome back the man who robbed her. What does that say about your own choices?" Roger left the table, just walked out to the garage. Mom followed him, and we could hear them arguing through the wall. Dale and Tiffany left within the hour. Bethany came back after they'd gone, and Grandma and I finished dinner together, just the 2 of us, eating stuffing made from the recipe Mom had given away, and talking about standards, self-respect, and why being alone beats being with someone who diminishes you. Roger came back eventually, alone. We played cards until midnight, and nobody mentioned Mom's empty chair. Sometimes the best gift you can give yourself is refusing to accept less than you deserve, even at Christmas, especially at Christmas.